There we go. That's what we need right there, boy.
Chickens!
Uh-oh, too close, too close. Bonsai. Uh-oh. Not bonsai. Oh. Bonsai. Oi, oi, oi. Lefty, what's up? Sliding. Are you in four-wheel drive or not? What we got going here? I clicked the button. All four wheels. It's a heavy bale, man. That bale's heavier than the rest of them. Must be one of them turbo bales. Hey guys, welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm. Today we got a lot of fun to have. I say fun, it's fun to make your farm grow. And what we're doing here, we're gonna be unrolling that bale of hay. We're gonna be feeding the cows, moving the cows out of a section of pasture, and we have the lime truck coming today. So the lime truck is costing me some money. There's a fella that I'm having haul lime from me out of Virginia, and we're spreading 2 tons of lime per acre. And we came up with all of our figures, and we're at about 90 acres here. So we're putting down, how many tons is that? 180 tons of lime today. Wow. That is a lot of lime. We're gonna get up here, we're gonna get these cows moved out of the pasture so he can get in there and spread the lime. He's already spread it right here, and I'll show you what it's all about. We'll talk about what the final bill is gonna cost me. This is an expensive day on the farm, but it's well worth it for all the land improvements. And we gotta spend the money we made on the cattle this year in order to save taxes. Basically, we've gotta put the money back into the farm. If we don't put it back into the farm, we're just gonna put it into the hands of Uncle Sam. This is more important to me than the hands of Uncle Sam right now. The cows are mooing, man. We got to get this gate closed. What we're going to do is put the cows into this little section of pasture. The lime truck should be back at any time now, and he's already spread lime on, 80% of this whole field right here. The lime truck is basically a 15-ton spreader truck, and the spreader truck goes through and spreads the lime. Super simple. But we can't have him spreading lime in the same pasture that the cows are in. If we do that, we could risk injury to the cows. Here's what it looks like after he spreads the lime at 2 tons to the acre. And here's what the lime looks like. It's just powder. It's just basically powder. It's farm lime or lawn lime pretty much. And here's a good example. This is on the top of a rock. So you can see that's what it looks like. And it's really windy out here today, and that rock needs to go over by the water. Really breezy out here today, so you'll probably see from the drone footage, this lime truck is going to be slinging lime everywhere. It's extremely dry here on the Stoney Ridge Farm right now, and there's no end in sight. Hopefully, we get a little bit of rain, and today is the day before Thanksgiving, so fingers crossed. They say it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I hope it does a nice slow soaking rain, because if we get a gully washer, all of this, and it's just limestone, but all of it is going to wash down the hill into the creek and be a total waste, and there's a lot of money being spent. So let me get these gates closed and we'll get these cows moved in here. Got to double check our fence, make sure it's still hot. Yep, got a spark there, good to go. You'd think that this grass would catch fire, but it's not wet, so it won't catch fire. It won't conduct electricity. It's almost like wood. So it's really not hurting anything. As we fly over with the drone, you'll see some of these lines, and basically every year I need to move that line over about 10 feet or so in order to mow the grass. I didn't do that yet this year. I'm gonna move that line over and then run the mower right over top of it. We've got a hay bale here, and the way we work on this farm is a regenerative farm. In other words, we're bringing carbon to the land so we can make poopy piles. Poopy piles help to heal the land. Super simple, right? We've got to get the cows out of this section of pasture, so I have to make a gate, and you'll see me make this gate. It's pretty fun. We do have to turn the power off the fence because I'm not gonna get zapped, or the cows. Nobody's getting zapped today, right? Contact. First gear. So lime comes from a mine up in Virginia. And there's another mine, I think, up in West Virginia, close by. We're in North Carolina here. And it's basically a product from a quarry, a rock quarry, but it's a specialized product from a rock quarry. Can the cows eat it? Sure. Can you eat it? Sure. Can you put it in a pool, in a pond? Yes, sure. It corrects the pH. What lime does is it makes the soil less acidic, and the acidity of this soil is what dictates what kind of grass grows. And we've got a lot of broom sedge out here, and in order to fix that broom sedge problem, we've got to lime our pastures. This is the first time any of this has been limed because I've been trying to heal the land with the animals. I'm gonna reach in here and turn off my electric fence. Oh, come on, buddy. There we go. The reason that's important is because I believe in regenerative farming. I believe in not putting chemicals out on your land. This is an organic, I say organic, this is a mineral material that we're putting on the land. So we're not breaking the cycle of regenerative farming, but we've got to find a way to heal this land and get the pH of the soil right. Just like your body, or the bodies of these cows, the pH of their body has to be correct. If the pH is incorrect, that's when you get disease, or that's when you get stuff like that broom sedge I showed you back there. Broom sage, broom brush, broom straw, broom sedge, that's what it is. So here are the girls and boys. Everybody needs to get moved, and we have to build a gate right here. So there's no power on this fence. I can grab it. We gotta tie a knot and get a gate right. But before we do that, we're gonna unroll a bale of hay. So Josh, what is regenerative farming? Well, regenerative farming is what people used to do back in the day before we had pills to put on the land. In other words, before chemical fertilizers came about after World War I/World War II. Chemicals, we found, will help heal the land, right? So we put down nitrogen, we put down potash, we put down phosphorus, we put down chemicals on the land, which are typically petroleum-based, and that makes the grass grow green, right? Well, this is more than just green grass. This soil is a living organism that needs to be treated as such. If you spray a chemical on it, you're gonna cause a problem, guys. You're gonna kill the soil's microbial life. What we're using is hay and manure, and you're gonna see me unroll this bale of hay, and you're gonna say, man, that seems like a big waste. The cows will consume all but about, I don't know, 5% of the hay that's in this hay bale, and whatever is in the hay bale that's not consumable is this stuff. And that creates humus, and that builds soil. And that's what this is all about. A great big soil building project here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, and doing it without chemicals. Awesome. Stick around. We're gonna show you the lime truck. We're gonna show you the cows eating, and we're gonna talk about the expense of all this and why we have to spend that much money on our property every single year. Starting this year, we'll do this twice a year. It's expensive. Unwrap this hay bale. This is called net wrap. The machine you see here is called the Greg Judy Bale Unroller. This is the only machine of its type that I've ever seen. It's all about low impact, low compaction. So we have lightweight machines. We don't bring an 8,000-pound tractor out in the pasture. I have a lot of people fussing at me for wasting hay. This is not wasting if it's being used, right? This is composting at its utmost. This feeds the land, okay? So we don't waste any of that. That's what they think is being wasted. This isn't being wasted. You'll see the cows are gonna go nuts for this in just a second. It's important to know that driving an 8,000, 9,000 pound machine out on wet pastures all winter long and feeding this in a hay ring is going to destroy your soil. It's going to compact your soil. It's going to open wounds in the soil. What happens when you open a wound in your body? It has a risk for infection. What happens when you open a wound on the land? It risks infection, and infection is weeds and parasites and dry land. A piece of soil that's not covered is being sterilized by the sun. That's what this is all about. So we roll it out on the bare spots. Let's roll this hay bale out. What is this? This is the net wrap that was wrapped around that hay bale. It's probably the equivalent of 3 or 4 grocery bags. It is not recyclable. It is not reusable. It goes in the landfill. This is pretty much the only consumable product that goes in the landfill from these animals. So I think it's super important for you guys to know that. I get a lot of questions on this. What do you do with this? We could burn it for heat if we wanted to, but it's not really good to burn. What we need to do is dispose of it properly, okay? And also, get that biologic material out of there. Feed them cows. Away we go. This one didn't unroll just right, so I'm gonna get the old manual unroller out here. There we go. Good. That bale is full of grass seed. I don't have to buy grass seed in most cases on the farm because my hay bale seeds the land. The cows trample it, and they mash those seeds down in the ground, and the new grass comes up. Awesome. A minute ago, you saw me grab this. See? I grabbed this. What we're gonna do is make a gate real quick. All I have to do is cut this wire and make a gate. I gotta make a loop for one part of the post and a gate for the other part. It's been a bit of a pain in the butt to keep the cows in this section, and when I drop this, hopefully the cows don't just disappear from it. Like that. Cut. Sometimes you gotta use your mouth. I see you dudes. I'll open the gate, I promise. It's coming. I know you see the gap. I know you see it. You can't push your way through and run over me yet. Okay, there's part of the gate. Hook on that post. The other part, I need to tie a loop in here. Kind of fun. You learn this kind of wire origami as you farm more and more often. So I make a loop right here simply by tying a knot. This little tail will shock the snot out of me if I don't cut it off. Ask me how I know. So we'll cut that. And now we've made a gate just that quickly. Pretty fun stuff. I enjoy this kind of work. Okay. Tie that on there. Our gate goes that way. Now, let's let these cows in. All right, I need y'all to give me a head count when I open the gate here. Count them. Tell me how many you see. Head up. Head up. Head up. Woo! Come up. Come up. Come up. That's Donnie the bull there, and Tammy always brings up the rear. That's our guard donkey. Go ahead, Tammy. There you go, girl. Awesome, awesomeness. Now, let's break these weeds. Get them out of here. Now I gotta bring the four-wheeler through the gate, and then we'll go talk about the cows. Good deal. That worked out like a charm. Let's talk about the cows. I'm still waiting on the lime truck. He's been gone for like 2 hours to go load back up. I think he went to lunch. So what we have here is a small herd of Black Angus beef cows. Black Angus, and we're mixing those Black Angus with the South Pole breed, which is this guy right here, Donnie. Donnie the bull. I don't get too close to Donnie. He's been a little grumpy lately. But everybody here, aside from 5 animals, are brood animals. These brood animals provide us babies. So we've got 27 mama brood cows. Well, actually 25 mama brood cows and 2 calves out here. Every year we'll take calves to the market, and that's how the farm earns money. Just that simple. This year we sold a number of cattle off the farm because we carried them over from last year, and we ended up making a total amount $42,000. Now, in order to make $42,000 and not let Uncle Sam take all your money, because that's just farming, that's just being self-employed, we've got to put that money to use on the farm as best we possibly can. So what we're going to be doing is spreading lime. We're spreading lime 4 tons to the acre, and I'm going to get you some very awesome footage of the lime truck running through here in just a second. But spreading lime at about $60 per ton, 2 tons to the acre. That's 180 tons. Is that right? Hey Siri, what's 180 times 60?
That would be 10,800.
10,800. That's a $10,800, $11,000 day here on the Stoney Ridge farm. We got to do it. We've got to put the money back into our land, and that was basically what the second load of cattle brought this year. It's expensive, guys. Let's watch this guy spread some lime. It's pretty cool. what's this truck got in it? Detroit? Cummins?
We got 3 with Cummins and 1 with Cummins.
Okay.
4 in the corner.
Got a rock hung in there. There it is. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, one of them rocks may come through my thing and jam over the big head up there.
That's what it was. It was another rock. Yeah, what we got here? 15.6 acres so far. Cool. All right. What a good time. That guy is cool. That's what I want to be when I'm 81, 82 years old, right there. Well, what do you think, guys? Did you learn anything about the cost of farming? It costs a lot to keep your land up like this. We're going to be liming just like this fall, next spring, next fall, next spring, over and over again. We're going to put 2 tons to the acre this time, 2 tons in the spring, 2 tons again in the fall, and then every year after that, 1 ton per acre. What does that do? It gets rid of that broom sedge, that undigestible, inedible food that the cows won't eat, and brings up the high quality forage here on the Stoney Ridge farm. I hope you enjoyed today's video. That's just a little bit of what it costs to farm, and we've got to take our money that we earn from these animals, put it back into the land so that they'll produce more next year, the year after that, and the year after that. This is farming. That's what it is. Small Farm, North Carolina. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge. I hope you enjoyed the video. The first time, our pastures have been limed and bubbles in my spit. Want a bit of a frog in my throat. It's out there in the shed. That thing's out there in the shed. Where you at? 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 There you are. No, you're not. Look at this fall down. Your shoes suck, buddy.